And Jesus entered the temple and drove out all who sold and bought in the temple. And he overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who sold pigeons. He said to them, "It is written, my house shall be called a house of prayer, but you make it a den of robbers." And the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them. Jesus enters into the temple. And when he enters into that temple, this is where the scandal begins for a lot of us. Well, is Jesus a good guy or a bad guy? He's not flipping tables because he's throwing a temper tantrum. He was flipping the tables because he was reclaiming this territory. Notice what he does. He goes back to the word of God. He's dealing with the enemy in the presence of that temple. It's not the people, it's the enemy, and it's sin. And he's dealing with that, and he says, it is written that my house should be a house of prayer, and you have turned it into a den of robbers. He's trying to call them back to the heart of worship in the temple. That this was supposed to be about God and God's people and his presence with you. And that's become about something else, money changers. What's he calling back to right here? Prayer. Prayer. And we've said this before and again, that prayer leads us back to the will of God. What happens when we seek the heart of God? We have a heart for those who are hurting and broken. Just like Jesus, what does the place of God's presence become? Well, a place where the blind are welcome, the lame are welcome, the broken are welcome, and they're healed. So here's my question. If he's flipping tables in the temple, then what's he need to do in my heart now? What's he need to do in your heart now? If Jesus is trying to flip a table in your heart, like he is constantly doing in mine, understand that's a signal of his love for you and his relationship with you. Don't reject that, embrace that, accept that. Pray, God, would you please flip the tables of my heart today that are holding pedestals for idols and sin, and flip those things so I can begin to see clearly what it is that's your will for my life, and I can begin to align with it and want what you want. John 3:16 is popular for a reason, because the world wants to be rescued. The world wants to be loved. Maybe I should say it that way. The world wants to be loved, maybe not so much rescued. That's because we don't realize that the real love is being rescued from our sin. You see, we're turning our own temples into dens of robbers every day with those idols. And Jesus is trying to say, no, we want to redeem that. We want to restore that to be a house of prayer. And so we go through these evolutions of things as Christians that help call us back to prayer. Well, friend, if you're not believing in Jesus today, you're missing out on all of that. It's not just a one-way ticket to heaven. You're missing out on the here and now with Jesus. And guys, I don't even know how I could keep sane without Jesus. I don't know how I could make it in life without Jesus, because it's everything for me. It is my lifeline. Is it your lifeline? Is Jesus your lifeline? He's the one who spoke us into existence. Why now do I think I can shoot off on another tangent and leave him behind? I need my Creator to be my sustainer.